What's up, everybody? It's Jonah from Takes from the Logo. I just want to let you guys know that before this episode starts, it is September 30th. This episode was recorded on September 15th, and I'm now editing it 15 days later. The past 2 weeks have been very hectic for me. I haven't really had time to get to editing it or publishing it, unfortunately. So it is a little bit late. It's not intentional, obviously. I would have liked to get it out much sooner. But I'm doing my best. It is a shorter episode as well. I think it's 15 minutes shorter than normal. But yeah, it's still a good one. Make sure you tune in to episode 6, which hopefully will be coming in the next week or so. And yeah, make sure you like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank y'all. Welcome to episode 5 of the Takes from the Logo podcast. I'm Jonah Middleton, here with Max Voorhees, Theo Mandelbaum, Connor Hart. Max's older brother Sammy returns for his second episode, and back after a little bit of an absence, Brian Purdy.
Okay, once again, he's still not my older brother.
Okay, we've done this last episode. I think we should move on.
Yes.
Brian,
You're
welcome
Sammy.
back. Why were you gone for so long? Because we had some fans wanting to know where you were, and I think some of them actually boycotted the podcast while you were gone.
So I went to the city, went into Richmond, and I was walking around, and I was just walking around, it was just me and my girl, and there was a big group of like between 6'3" and like 6'7", just jacked, like gang people walked up on us. Gang people. They could don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
The fans.
So they walked up to me and they saw my really like expensive Rolex.
Okay.
Rolex is my chain, and they just pulled up. They said, "Run it."
So how did that lead to just this?
Well, see, you gotta let the rest of the story. So I was like, "No, I'm not giving you my things." So I just went up. I gotta keep it PG, okay? I went up and I clocked them.
You did
went
the punch.
back. I did. I punched it. I punched them.
You punched
it.
The whole gang.
The whole game. No, I started throwing hands with all of them. They did make one contact on my just like in the middle. They had a little
They pistol whipped you.
Yeah, they pistol whipped me right in the right like the bridge of my nose. So I got 8 stitches here
They have a
and a broken nose. But yeah, no, I did beat all of them. Probably shouldn't release my location anytime soon, but we'll be fine.
So now you're like the kingpin of Richmond, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moral of the story: the gang people should not run up on Brian.
Don't do it. To all the gang people listening to this, you've been warned.
Yeah,
I heard a
100% true
rumor-
story.
I had a rumor that your girl actually fought them all for you because you got hit with like
A rock.
you got like grazed with somebody's finger, and then you had to like cry on the side of the street.
Okay,
for a while.
he had really long nails. I would have like, I mean, come on, you can't blame me for
It was
that.
Patrick
enough,
Beverly.
fair
It was
enough.
Patrick Beverly.
Mr. 94 feet tall. Yes, sir.
So yeah, 100% true story. Definitely happened.
Okay.
That was pretty great. All right, do we want to actually jump into NBA content? Because we don't have that much to talk about today. Stuff has been
Wait.
super slow.
There's the John Wall thing. Let's talk about that.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
Talk about
I forgot.
Sammy's last day.
Was there a trade?
Oh,
We'll
we
save
could-
that for the end of the
Okay.
episode, unfortunately. Do we want to talk about the John Wall thing? I don't have the official report.
I don't know what is the
It was
John Wall
Shams.
thing?
Shams tweeted out that Houston and John Wall made an agreement that John Wall will not be playing for Houston this year, and they'll look to find somewhere to trade him. They're not looking to buy out though,
Why
so
did they not want him?
he just doesn't want. I think he just wants to go somewhere else because they're rebuilding still.
He's not on the Wizards.
I was just playing.
I know, but
You wouldn't know that.
he might probably
What team's he
might
on?
get traded to the Rockets
What
right
team is he
now.
on, Max?
I just said it, and the fact that you don't know is like.
What
I
team
was,
is
I
he
was
on?
looking at the camera.
Let him-
Do you
let him
even
pretend
listen?
He's.
I was looking at the camera.
Anyway,
Let him pretend he's.
do y'all have any locations you really want to see him in? Because he might get bought out by like the Thunder or something if he gets traded there.
Actually,
It doesn't matter. You'll get
revamp it.
you might get like a second.
Yeah,
floor.
Give me a
Max.
first.
Max, do you think that the Rockets might pick him up?
You'll have all the Rockets.
It's true.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Good job.
NBA
Nice.
knowledge.
Yeah, but yeah, I think what are some teams that need point guard play? Does Boston still need it?
yes, they just lost
No,
Carson
they've got
Edwards.
Schroeder. They'll be all right.
You know,
They got Schroeder and they got Richardson to play the wing.
Richardson's not a point.
I know he's not a point, but he can play the wing, so I
I
don't
don't
think they
know.
really need any more.
I don't think so either. Maybe Dallas. Dallas might be cool.
Dallas would
There's
be
the
interesting.
Really
Clippers.
good.
Clippers.
They have
They
Reggie.
have the Caps.
They have Reggie and they have Eric Bledsoe.
Eric
they
Bledsoe.
can't trade
We're
for
putting
him.
our faith in Eric Bledsoe.
If they're maybe they'll trade Eric Bledsoe for him.
True.
I wouldn't hate
Or-
that. I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't either.
Because
Where else
Houston
would
can
be
take on the spend
interesting
money. I
for
don't
him
think
to
too many
go?
teams need point guards though. That's the thing.
No, I don't think so
I
either.
don't think anybody else wants him.
That's true.
Like, who do you? Why would you
No.
want him?
The
Philly?
Pistons. The
He's
Pistons
never
were interested.
like.
Philly needs a lead
Unless the
guard if they
Pistons.
trade Simmons.
Yeah,
That's
that would
true.
make sense.
Okay, but considering how much they're asking for, do you think they're going to take?
Oh no
John
no no!
Wall?
No, I'm not saying that's in the Simmons trade. I'm saying afterwards. They just like
So they
slowly
were to
point
trade
guard.
Simmons for somebody and then sign Wall.
Yeah, they just need a point guard.
That would make sense. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't really see anywhere else though.
who's could he go?
Brooklyn,
trying to
because
think.
why not?
Yeah,
God,
go
God.
win a championship.
LA, because why not?
Yeah, I feel like there's a team that's like on the tip of my tongue and I just can't think of.
I feel like he doesn't want to go to somewhere like Indiana.
Charlotte Hornets.
Another guard.
Be next to LaMelo.
Connor, you would say the Timberwolves.
I was
I
thinking that
don't
for a
think-
second.
I don't think I would.
How about Theo? Bring it back to the Wizards.
I say you go to the Celtics,
I agree.
You think the Celtics?
just so
I'll
that way
take
he
him.
can go against the Wizards 4 times a year, 3 times a year, because they're not in the same division.
He
I'm
dropped
done.
like 40 because he just in big games he decides to drop a lot and then he doesn't
And
ever
then he
again.
doesn't do anything any other. He'll get like 15 assists.
Is
though.
he gonna have to negotiate for the same amount of money?
No, if he gets bought out, I feel like he just signs somewhere for the minimum.
That
Yeah,
makes things a lot more
I mean,
interesting.
not a minimum.
That's why I was
though.
saying like 76ers.
Minimum.
If he gets bought out,
That's
they
minimum.
can
Go
start-
somewhere that
a
has a
lot.
good team.
Yeah, that's
Clip-
like minimum's like
Actually,
$1
Denver
million.
might need a point
Like,
guard.
what? How much is the minimum? Kind of Max was asking. Like,
1.7 mil.
yeah. I
It's a
feel like
heck
I
of
feel
a
like he'll
minimum.
want more of that though. I feel like John Wall would want more of that though.
Lamarcus
Right.
didn't.
He deserves
Blake
more
Griffin
than
didn't.
that.
Blake
I
Griffin.
don't know if there's.
I mean,
John
I
Wall
feel like
is-
John Wall is better than all
Blake
bigs.
right
I
now,
would say
no.
so.
Blake was
John
good.
Wall
Well,
was
how old
pretty-
is John Wall
pretty
right now?
good.
Like
32.
32. He's how and Blake was what?
Oh, sorry, no, not 32. 31, 32.
I mean, to be
He's
fair,
somewhere
Blake's-
around that. 'cause
Blake
that's
is
where
like a
Russell's
year
at.
older. They were in the same rookie class, because well,
But-
technically.
but I also feel like Blake would just at that point do anything to get out of Detroit.
Houston isn't much better basketball wise right now.
That's true. But I don't know how much John Wall's going to ring chase. You know, I
You
mean,
gotta play with
I could
Jalen
see
Green.
he'll go to a contending
He'll
team.
definitely
for sure.
ring chase.
but I mean, I don't think he'll ring chase like Blake Griffin minimum to ring chase.
He's
I
getting
think-
paid 45 mil still from a team that buys him out. He doesn't need more.
I like
John
Dallas a lot for
Yes.
him. I think Dallas. would
Okay,
be
I thought it was
interesting.
contract.
I don't know if
Probably
it's as
No.
likely, but Dallas would be fun.
Dallas would be cool. I want to see them with another actual ball handler. Luka play off ball more. Actually, Kid can't figure that out, so maybe not.
You could say Wall could play off ball more because
That's true.
he's the
More
worst
cutting.
ball handler at this point.
Yeah.
But he does not do that at all.
We know. Anyway,
So we said y'all said Dallas, or no, y'all said Boston. I
Boston,
said
Dallas.
Dallas.
I'm Boston.
Philly.
Philly would be interesting. I think all of those are good fits.
I think
It would
that's.
bring a different
Oh, wow, it was LaMelo. on that.
aspect.
Oh, that's the air ball.
That's the. we. Never mind.
We'll save that for later.
We, you're laughing. You don't even know what it was
No, I
about.
have no idea. I just kind of played the
Oh,
left.
yeah, well,
Max doesn't really know what's
You
going
won't be
on.
laughing too.
No, I kind of zone out when we talk about
Like,
basketball sometimes.
I'll have-
That's what I was doing.
What are you pulling?
I was gonna pull up the air ball just for
Sure.
later.
Oh,
But
it's fine. We'll get that.
we
We'll get
won't.
that in a bit.
What do we want to move on to? NBA content has been so horrible lately.
Well,
I know,
I have something I would like to talk to the viewers about that we might
Yes.
possibly do.
Well, is it what I'm?
No, that's what you said earlier.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I was
I
going to
wanted to
talk
say-
about a possibility of putting out like 1v1s for like
Or
IRL
2v2s,
basketball, like just
2v2s.
like actual games against each other on.
We want to do IRL basketball content too. That would
Not
probably
just
go on
basketball
YouTube.
either. I want to do this.
There's
yeah,
IRL
like
content.
IRL content in general. You'll see me behind the camera, like, "What's up, guys? It's your boy, Max Voorhees
So we
here."
really not.
I won't do that. That's kind of cringy, but
We
we
lost
want
all
to
our
start
viewers.
putting out IRL content so you can see me sauce up everyone here.
That's
We-
hilarious.
We should set a
That is
goal.
hilarious.
And we should do our overall.
We should
We
set
should
a
Everybody gets
subscriber
over
at
all.
100
Once.
subscribers.
Okay.
Oh, we're not hitting that for a while.
50 subscribers. No.
It would have to be
5
something on
subscribers.
social
We've
media.
got like 10
Something on
right
social
now.
media.
Once we get our TikTok up.
Noah Faison, get your TikTok.
He's not
Hey,
going to listen. You don't
Noah-
even have to
Noah,
call him
if
out.
you're
He's not
listening.
gonna- he's not.
I know. But if he's listening, please post on TikTok.
He's our head of our TikTok.
You've been planning to do
Well,
it
for now.
for 2 weeks. I'm looking at the mic because I'm talking to Noah, who should be listening.
Noah, Theo and I will do the punch. You
We
do
will,
not. Show him your punch.
we'll do what Brian did to the gang people.
All right.
We definitely have to get on it. I think we all.
We'll
I
come up
have to
with a
be
goal.
better on Instagram.
I need to be better on Twitter.
Let's think of a goal by the end of the episode. If
2v2
we
would be
We'll
hit
come up
that,
with
How
we'll
about
do
next week we do an
something.
IRL?
2v2.
We'll
Well, we
see.
could just have it loaded up. Just have
We'll
I'm
see.
gonna start working.
We'll
on
surprise
that.
y'all.
Noah
Don't worry
also
about
likes avoiding whenever he can. Like, has Noah even been? He's been to 1, right?
It's
2.
been.
To 2.
Let's look.
I mean, it's still
check
probably more than
it
me,
out
but
right
like
now.
at least I have. An
It's the same
excuse.
amount.
You've been to like
You've been
3.
on 2, right?
Yeah, and I have an
I think you've been to
excuse.
3.
Your videos.
Yeah.
Let's see. How many
Let's
times
see
has
how many
Noah been
Noah's
on?
been
here?
on here.
I can't remember if that says anything. He was here for episode 2. That was it.
Oh, he
I
was
feel like
here
he's been here
once.
once.
I could have sworn he was here.
Let's
a
kick him
lot.
off.
What a bum. Yeah, he's getting kicked out.
Was he for the first one?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
That was just.
Oh.
I think that was.
Anyway.
Everybody but Sammy? I don't know.
Yeah. So do we want to move on to the meat of our episode?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's move on to the meat.
I think we're gonna be doing.
That's-
would you
okay.
would you rather NBA editions?
Let's move on to that.
We're gonna be
I'm
starting
down
off
for
with
would you
that.
rather. All right, how do
Don't go off
you
the
do this
rails.
one?
Okay, so how do you do it?
Yo, it's
Okay, wait,
So,
what are we doing?
It's pretty simple. So this isn't necessarily going to be. Would you rather have this player or this player? It's going to be more around like. Would you rather build around this player or this player? Would you rather be the front office or the GM for this team or this team, or would you rather be the head coach for this team or this team?
how many do you have prepared?
I think we're just going to kind of wing it on this one because I
Okay.
feel like this is more
Fair.
fun.
Could
We're
we
very
also
professional.
come up with
The
some
body
of
of this
ourselves?
podcast.
Most of us are.
We're just gonna wing it. It's
No,
not
Could,
that.
could you
everyone but
figure out?
Carlos.
Could I say one that's not on here?
Yeah, I don't have.
We don't
go
even
first.
have a list.
Yeah, you
Yeah, nobody
Who's
has.
the
Would- Oh, you want me to?
can.
go
Can I do
first?
like which team would you rather play on?
Sure,
Could
but
you-
I'll start off with an easy one, or not an easy one, but a fun one. Which young core would you rather have? The Pelicans young core or the Hawks young core?
Oh, Hawks, 100%.
Sammy says Hawks.
Pelicans.
I'm saying Pelicans.
I say
Pelicans.
Hawks. Hawks has so much potential that we haven't seen.
I'm
Although
gonna-
you have and Nickeil Alexander Walker
Yeah,
bias.
so I
Okay.
might be a little biased.
I'm
but
going
still.
Hawks, but also, this is kind of annoying, but what do we consider part of the young core? Like, do we consider
Under
Clint?
25.
Okay, so Clint Capella's not a part of it.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Never mind.
But there's still, I'll still go Hawks because there's still like John Collins and all them.
What do you
Oh.
like?
I'll go Hawks. I'd rather coach Zion than Trey, but I'd rather coach the Hawks than the Pelicans.
You only coach Zion for 1 year though.
Yeah, that's true.
Coach Killer.
Yeah, I'll take Atlanta.
I'm taking Atlanta too, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Anybody else have one they want to try?
I'm looking at the standings right now, trying to think of one.
Is that just to have teams?
Would you rather play for the Lakers or the Nets right now? If you could join a NBA team, Lakers or Nets?
Well, they call me all the time. They want me, so I'm.
It's fielding offers.
Like I only got one phone. I can't pick up both y'all at the same time.
We need to get you an agent.
I do.
Lakers or Nets to play on?
To play on?
Yeah, this
Oh
year.
my god, probably the Nets.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I'd
think
say
the
Nets.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be in LA, so
I
I'll
kinda
be the
wanna
one
play
guy
with
that says
LeBron.
Lakers.
Actually,
Just to
you
say I
have to
can
be
do
in
that.
Brooklyn. That kind of sucks.
Brooklyn's cool.
Brooklyn's cool.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gang people.
Plus,
There are a lot of gang people.
Gang.
plus
I
if
don't like where the
Brooklyn,
implication of gang people is
Brooklyn
going.
is, if you don't like Brooklyn, you cross a bridge and you're in Manhattan.
Exactly.
I don't have to cross a bridge. Manhattan kind of sucks too. Like low key.
Okay, Max just hates.
I don't
New
really
York.
like cities in general.
Noah's gonna
Hey,
fight
the
I'm
you.
staying in Los
country boy, huh?
Angeles. LA is awesome. I take it back. I love LA.
All right. LA's going into the into like the ocean soon though. That's the only
True.
downside.
And you don't really have a winter there.
I'd probably.
But I think I'm in the minority in liking winter.
Oh, you're a minority
Cold
now,
weather.
huh?
That's not what I said.
Okay.
winter's better.
Here, let's move it on. So for the next one, which GM would you rather be right now? The Portland GM or the Washington GM?
Max-
Portland.
Max
I don't
doesn't
know what a GM is.
is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
to you.
The person who's in charge of the basketball decisions for those teams. Like
The
the
roster.
owner.
That sounds like the coach.
Even though I can't say owner,
No,
but
no,
like,
general manager. I know. I'm just saying.
What
Potato,
were the teams?
potato.
Portland and
Portland and so Trailblazers and Wizards.
Give me
Oh,
Portland.
Trailblazers for sure.
Trailblazers.
I'm gonna go Portland.
I'm not working with that
Because-
Wizards organization.
Who is it? I'm basically saying, who do you think's asking out first?
Well, I'm going Portland because when you trade your star, you can get more because Lillard is better than Beal.
I want to rebuild that young
You want to
Blazers
read
team.
Blazers?
Trade Dame and
Maybe this is Wizards bias, but I think we have more young talent than they do.
Yes.
Agreed.
Although
But you can trade your star for more, which is more valuable than the young players because the young players might not pan out.
Especially Dame.
you also don't have the second star like Portland does. Well, kind of.
Dinwiddie.
Let me make Portland
Eh.
OKC part 2.
I mean, not terrible,
Portland
but
to a
it's
lesser
still like a
degree.
second option. I
All
mean,
right.
It's a downgrade, but it's not awful.
Trying to think of one here.
We can do that. We can do that later. What else?
Trying to think of teams that are on like the same
Wait,
level here.
I've got one.
You got one? Go ahead.
Would you rather have $1 million right now or $1 every day the rest of your life?
Let's take the million right now.
Yeah, Mill.
Passive income. Take the $1.
Okay. Theo, what's
Not
yours?
only were you interrupted, you were interrupted.
Oh, I didn't
for
even.
that.
I didn't even mean
I
to
don't-
interrupt you.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
This one might be a little weird, but if you're a point guard, who would you rather have as your center?
That's fun.
Ooh.
Cat or DeAndre Ayton?
Ayton, 100%.
Probably Aiden.
I feel like Cat's been so sorry. I feel like Cat's overrated. He hasn't done as nearly as much as he's expected to do for, like, he's not good.
Give me Cat.
Sorry, but-
I'll take the guy that makes every three and gives me all this paint space I could ever want.
You mean you'll take the Timberwolf?
Yes, that too. But
No, I think I agree. I
he
think I'd
hasn't
take
done
Cat.
anything in his career. Like,
I mean, Aiden
Has
got
he ever
carried
been
by
in the
Chris
playoffs?
Paul.
I don't care.
Carry.
He was in the finals.
Let's
Yeah, how
I
many
mean,
times
like, he's not
has
going
Cat
to
been
his
in the
Chris Paul
finals?
slander.
0.
Jonah, you kind of built like Chris Paul, low-key.
He takes it as
short.
a compliment.
No. I mean, like, think about it.
Kind of look
Look at Jonah. Kind of looks like Chris Paul.
Play
I don't know
style,
where you're
kind
going
of.
with it. No, I don't play like
No,
Chris
not
Paul.
really.
No, I shoot the ball. I'm not
He
passing.
shoots.
That's fair.
I don't pass.
You play like Lou Williams.
No, but that's part of the reason I'd go with Cat is because I feel like Ayton you have to play make a lot more for.
I know.
And I'm not much of a playmaker.
You can play off ball like Cat more too, because he does.
Yeah. And you can kick out more. You don't have a tall person who just kind of sits in the paint, doesn't really do much, and is scared to play physical and all that. It sounds like somebody we have in the room right now.
Aiton's a fun lob
just
thrower.
kidding.
Aiton's a fun
You
lob
watched
threat.
those last two games.
Brian, you're
you
also
watched
the-
the championship.
You're the best player out of all of us, so I think
I don't know.
anybody.
Oh, that's
anything-
I don't know
questionable.
about that.
Here they-
Have you met me, bro?
Have you met YMCA?
It's between me and Noah.
Have you
It
met
depends on
final
the day.
games?
No, it's definitely
depends.
better than you. I will say that.
No,
No,
100%.
He doesn't
Oh
get
my
the
God,
title.
can we please
Once
do
he makes a TikTok, he'll get the title.
That's
Okay.
true.
Or
Can
he'll
we-
be in the run.
Can we please do an episode where we do overall ratings of ourselves?
Yes.
Give ourselves
Oh,
badges.
we can
and stuff.
literally do
Give
that
ourselves
right now.
badges.
Pretty funny.
That would be
No,
No, we
Yeah,
could go
that
around
night.
the room too, and everybody else could
That
like
would be
rate
so
that.
cool.
I don't want to
I
make my
still-
bronze card. Why are you doing this to me?
We'll give you like a crazy takeover. You'll get the against Sammy badge.
Oh, yes.
All stats
Yeah, you
are
get to
just
make up
a
your own
99
badges too.
against
Yeah.
Sammy.
Just go through all the stat categories, like your driving layup. Just look it up on 2K or
That'd
something.
be kind of sick.
That's
That's a
fun.
good idea.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
Write it
someday.
out.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Just because
Nah,
I'm
I'll
pissed.
do this.
Just because I'm pissed. I think I'm better than Noah because
Because
there's more like with Noah. I mean, a lot of times you just stay in front of him.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, yeah, he's quicker and he's a better shooter than I am. But with me, you have to close out a lot farther because you know that if I drive past you, especially like with y'all, because I'm taller,
You're not going to
there's a lot of a
You're
bigger
gonna-
matchup nightmare.
Didn't we beat you?
Okay, you act like no
You
one
didn't-
can't
no.
finish around the
Yeah,
rim
we
either.
did.
No, we
No,
literally
we
won
beat
both
you
times.
both
Next,
times.
they won. We lost.
Yeah.
Sammy was going on.
Well, we were
No.
we were
Yeah.
winning. We were
let
up.
the record
I
show
had like
that we
12
won.
points.
No. But before they asked to play threes, we were up 9-6.
Me and Brian are the
No, we were-
deadliest duo ever.
We were up 9-6.
No.
Yes, you.
Yeah, we
No.
were. We were killing
No, because
them.
y'all tied it.
Okay,
no,
no,
because we got up 5-1 and
regardless,
y'all
we've
tied it
still
up.
beaten you so many times before.
Not so many times before.
We have a better record than y'all. Yeah.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
run it
I wouldn't
back
say
next
that.
time.
Yeah, have fun with that.
But I was saying that big 6'5" dude had nothing on me. all
Oh
game.
yeah, that was hype. We
Clamp
all
him up.
dubbed up against like a bunch of like 30-year-olds today. It was pretty cool.
Just like 6'5" dude. Just like he was pretty big.
He was trash.
Did
Sammy outboarded him.
I jumped all
Okay.
the way up and grabbed it above him. And the
Was in front of
nonchalant
him.
guy couldn't hit a
The
shot.
nonchalant guy.
I will
For a little bit of
describe it.
context,
No,
if y'all
no
have seen the
context.
TikToks where the guy's like, "I have become very nonchalant." This guy looks exactly like.
Meme Raider Max too. That's crazy.
Hmm?
Dr. Max and Meme Raider Max. What's going on?
Save Dr. Max.
Comedic relief max. That's
Of
what it
course,
is.
of course.
Pretty much.
All right, I got another one for y'all. Would y'all rather watch an Eastern or Western Conference Finals game like this coming year, or watch a game in Madison Square Garden?
I don't know.
Give me an Eastern Conference Finals or Western.
Bro.
Out the door. Out the door. Out the door. Go
I've
home.
He
only-
doesn't know what Madison Square.
I've already
Bro,
been to
you're
Madison
a
Square
white
Garden for a
knight.
game, so
No,
I'll go with the
You have?
conference. Yeah.
It's-
No, I got.
Oh,
This is a great story. So I got a trip to New York in like 8th grade or so. So I went up there in the winter. It gets better. Actually, no, it probably won't get better for you. You don't know about the NBA. So we went to New York. The Thunder were in New York the same time we were.
Yeah.
So I got to go see the Thunder play at MSG. This is when we had like Russ, PG, and Melo. This is the game that Michael Beasley single-handedly beat Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony. Like we had like Steven Adams and whoever else. We single-handedly lost to Michael Beasley.
I remember that game.
This is
Someone wanna tell
Melo's
me where this is?
homecoming game. We were supposed to blow them out because this is the Knicks when they were
They were
atrocious. And Michael Beasley single-handedly beat us.
He dropped like 29 that game.
And the next morning, I'm walking around New York, and I'm getting harassed by these people who live in the city, and they're like on the sidewalk, just like talking to me about the game. They're like making fun of me and stuff. I was like, dude,
Were you
I don't know what to tell you.
Were you
I
wearing
don't know what
Thunder's
to-
gear?
Oh yeah, like the whole trip, I probably was. And so
It's funny.
we we lost to Michael Beasley, and then I got harassed about it in the street the next day. Which it was all like lighthearted and fun, but
yeah.
it was a.
So it's
I
in
was
New
not too
York.
happy.
is what I'm hearing.
Yes, it's the
Yeah.
Knicks Stadium.
Okay.
It's
It's like
famous.
That was my second guess.
The best stadium.
If you think of like, if you asked like any NBA player, if you could pick one place to play basketball,
They would say
They
and
would
just like
Well, they'd say
Only
Smoothie
play.
King Center first, but then they'd say Madison Square Garden.
they would say Madison. It's kind of like people call it the Mecca.
I'm gonna call up
It's kinda-
Shaq and ask him.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna call up those teams that were trying to sign you?
Yeah.
And ask the players.
I let them get a voicemail most of the time.
You have better things to do than playing NBA.
I have become very nonchalant.
Was I the only one who answered that? Because I went off into a story.
I think
all
so.
right. I'm gonna say Western Conference Finals game.
He said Eastern.
I said either.
Same thing.
Okay, I'm picking Madison Square.
I'm picking Madison Square
because
Garden.
I really
Sounds like Madison.
It depends what game it is. Who's playing?
Yeah.
Your favorite team in Madison Square Garden.
Oh,
Then no.
Celtics versus Knicks in the Madison Square Garden. That
Yeah.
would be a nice
That
game.
would be bad.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'd go to that.
Wizards Knicks Madison Square Garden.
Imagine you get an
Bro,
Eastern
I'm
Conference
gonna be
Finals
honest.
game that's
Imagine
in like,
I'd rather not.
never mind, my fault. You were talking.
It's in like
I'm a wizard.
Milwaukee or something.
Yeah, if it's in like Indiana, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna keep talking so you can't. You can go ahead.
Yeah, Theo, I totally agree. Like on it, I mean,
Go talk.
I was gonna say I'm a Wizards fan, but just think about it. Eastern or Western Conference Finals game matchup versus a Wizards Knicks game. What are we choosing? I'm choosing the Western. I mean, I'm gonna say Western because I'd rather it be Western, but it could be either.
Or,
I think it's very subjective.
or we do Eastern Conference Finals, and then when the Knicks make the Eastern Conference Finals,
Oh.
we can do both.
Double whammy.
Julius Randle for MVP. I mean,
It's a
you
big
know,
great
never,
player.
you never know.
Third rounder.
There we go.
Oh my god, have you told him about that? About
We
how
brought it up on the pod.
Yeah.
about how Noah before the season wanted to trade Julius Randle for a third round pick.
I think we said that in the first episode.
No, second.
Was
it was
it?
the first one Noah was there for.
The only one though.
No, Noah was there the second episode,
I know.
and you brought it up the episode before, and you were like, we even had a friend say that they would trade Julius Randle for a third
Wait,
round
you're
pick.
right, you're
and then
right.
I think he came on and we put fun.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Who said-
way,
who said-
Memphis waived Marc Gasol today. If you want to talk about that,
He's going to Spain.
That's
so
big
yeah.
news.
He's playing with his brother in Spain.
Back to
Marcus
what
All's
you
kind of
brought up.
washed up though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But
we
how
should do
old
this.
is he? Like 37?
38.
38, yeah.
He's pretty good at 2K. I like him at 2K.
Nah, but he's terrible for fantasy though.
Dude,
So,
Marc Gasol cards in my team,
They're so good.
they're so good.
The 2K17 one. Do you
They'll
remember
like
that?
dunk on you, and they'll make every three.
They'll make every three. It was insane. I know exactly what card you're talking about. That 2K. Was it 2K17 or 19?
It was a diamond. I think it was
a diamond.
19. It was
the
19.
It was the
dude.
Christmas one.
No, I thought it was Defensive Player of the Year.
No, it was Christmas. It was Christmas because it was him. I'm pretty sure it was 2K17 because it was him and Paul George that came out in the same set. It was the diamond Paul George that I had the whole year.
That was so broken because you know his behind the back move when
Yes,
you
of
ran up the
course.
court. That was so good, Paul George.
Anyway, we're sorry.
No, I don't think I'm not going to apologize for getting off topic
How much time is it?
because we don't have much of a topic anyways. So there's not even a point
Yeah.
of like
I
we're
feel like
really
we're-
focused on
we're
discussing
having
this
fun.
thing today.
I feel like we're making a school presentation, and we're trying to extend it for 45 minutes.
You're up there, and we've read all the bullet points on the slide, and you don't know what else to say.
So you just
And the
start
teacher's just
rambling.
looking at you, expecting more, and you're like,
It's like
yeah.
also
That Marcus saw 2K caught him.
in Spanish when I have a word count to hit, I put the subject of the sentence like 3 times in the sentence. Or instead of just conjugating the verb, I put yo every time when I'm saying I. You just add that extra word, man.
So okay, would y'all like to move on to hot takes after
I
this?
think we can do a couple more of these.
Okay.
We should do it for next
Sammy
time.
99.
Okay, what is-
We can just cut it out. Small. Yeah.
I'd rather keep.
No way
I'm gonna
should we
think
do
of
one.
one.
You want to do one?
No
Go
way.
ahead.
This could be interesting.
Only because of his surgery.
Would you rather rebuild the Cavs or the Kings?
Cavs. No one cares
Two
about
of
the
the
Kings.
most dysfunctional.
Oh my
Two of the worst organizations
Yeah.
in
Okay.
all of the
Good point.
NBA. They're just
Can I
bad.
go on this one?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick the Cavs. 1, because Dan Gilbert will pay the money. 2, because I don't have to deal with Vivek on D-Day, and that's a win in itself. And then 3, I know I'm gonna get at least 4 number 1 overall picks at some point for my rebuild because they always get the first overall pick. So yeah, Cleveland will get the lottery luck. That's what I care about.
I just don't want to deal with like the cursed Kings. I feel like they're just cursed. They've never been able to do anything, and I just love Colin Sexton. I picked him up on fantasy. Oh my gosh, no, watching that guy play, and then Evan Mobley.
True.
I
Mobley.
forgot about Mobley being there.
I did too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take the Cavs.
Yeah.
I do not want to
Is
work
it
with the
unanimous?
Kings.
I disagree.
Cleveland?
I'm going Kings.
What?
Wow,
Because-
yeah.
Because I'm going back to what I was saying about Portland versus the Wizards earlier. You have De'Aaron Fox.
Mhm.
If you want to trade him, he has a lot of value.
Yep.
And you have Rashawn Holmes, Harrison Barnes. Those guys are valuable to contenders. So if you want to go into a full rebuild, you can trade those guys and go into a full rebuild
They're
by giving
already
them
in
to
the full
contenders.
No, they're
No,
not.
if they
No, they're
have
not.
Harrison
Trying
Barnes
to
and
compete.
Rashawn Holmes, those are 2 great
That's
glue
true.
guys.
They're trying to make the playoffs, and that's what makes it like kind of worse. It's like it's not quite as bad as what the Wolves did last year, but like it's in the same level of where it's like you're putting all these pieces in without committing the picks to do it, and instead you just get like this half and half product that's like it's like making coffee and then putting yogurt in it.
It's like an
That's
Arnold
the best way to
Palmer.
put it.
I feel horrible for the 5 Kings fans that exist.
No, I feel bad for
No,
them too.
no. If you're a Kings fan, I haven't heard of you, so it doesn't matter.
Just switch teams.
No, they're like, who lives in Sacramento?
Actually, they
Who?
bully Wolves fans because we're like the only organization that isn't confident. in
Connor,
them.
the only reason I give the Timberwolves any sympathy is because you're a fan of them. I
Exactly.
don't know a single other Timberwolves fan.
That's fine.
Young Connor really made a mistake when he chose his team.
I thought they had the coolest logo.
They have a cool mascot. Dude, we should also do a segment where it's like if mascots fought each other, who would win?
That's actually
It's
good.
be like the NCAA mode where you put the mascots against each other.
Can we please do that?
We
Dude,
can
I'm
do
coming up
throwback
with Dude,
jerseys,
you
too.
better write down my amazing ideas right
That's actually a good idea.
That's a great
now. What was my
idea.
other
Bro,
amazing idea?
No, we just do a bracket. We just pin them against
Oh,
each
Yeah,
other.
I think the Heat would win.
We'll come up with that next
No,
time.
What if
Just
we-
fire.
Just fine.
What was my other idea? What was it?
Oh, man.
The overalls,
I don't know.
Overall picks, and mascots fight.
We'll write
Write
it
it
down.
down.
That might be next
I'll
episode,
add it.
ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that.
No,
Look
what,
at
what
that.
we should do for the mascot fight is because you can create teams in NCAA 14. We just create a bunch of mascots of those teams and just
That'd be
we
kind
get
of
into
sick.
fighting.
You can do that on the side. Also, you never ended up announcing the results of the icon drafts standings to the people.
Oh. 'Cause- okay. Let me see if I can find it.
What's that?
I think I remember
You
what
were
happened.
Was I in it?
No. So this will be the
I'm not
last
gonna
thing
be able
before
to
we
find it.
Next.
move on to our next
How much time
topic.
do I have? All right, I have 2 minutes. That's perfect.
I think I remember the records actually.
Was it this?
We only have 10 minutes left.
Here we
Yes,
go.
it
All right,
was.
so I've got it. So the only people that we only had 4 people this day. It was me, Theo, Connor, Bryant.
Records for the same
So-
two. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So Connor and I were in the Western Conference. Theo and Brian were in the East. Connor finished with the best record overall, which was 75-7. I was second in the West with 73-9. Theo was 74-8. Brian was 73-9.
Wow.
So we were all within 2 games. Head-to-head records, we all went 4-4 against each other. So it was
Dang.
completely even. Giannis was the MVP for Connor's
My
team.
pick. Yes.
Giannis is also the defensive player of the year for Connor's team, and Connor had coach of the year.
Not just 2K.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go.
Giannis 2K.
Yeah, I'm not going to go over
All-NBA
the
teams aren't important,
all
but-
NBA teams. We get to the playoffs. Why is it not?
Anyway,
You and me, Connor, played against each other in the Western Conference Finals. I won in 6. In the Eastern Conference Finals,
I
Theo
hate-
versus Brian. Brian wins in 4.
Yes,
And then Brian and I are in the finals. I won in 6.
Dang it.
Embiid won Finals MVP.
there you go. And that's how the icon draft ended a couple episodes ago.
We should have done that. I should have recapped that.
It's
last
We're gonna
episode.
do another one of those soon. I think
Okay.
I think all-time power forwards will be fun because there's
That would be
5 really really good ones, and I think that'll be enough.
Only draft power forwards.
No.
The entire
We all
team.
start with one.
Okay.
All right, we are back. Y'all are
A little
spitting.
short-handed now, but it's fine.
This segment, we're just gonna do hot takes because there's not much else to talk about, and this will at least start conversations, even if they're incredibly incorrect.
Hot take: pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Basketball
That's really
hot
a
takes.
fact.
I'm just saying.
no, it does.
It
You
doesn't.
put it out
And-
there. You
but-
said we're trying to get conversations going. It doesn't.
It does belong.
You sound like a mom at a dinner table. I just want a conversation.
I met your mom at the dinner table yesterday.
Why are we doing this? We're gonna
So
go off the
that's
rails.
not what I
again.
meant. Okay, let's just go. Let's just keep going.
Thanks. You know what will be coming for you if you start talking about it.
Oh gosh. We should move. All right. LeBron is the worst player of all time. Say something that's
LeBron is nowhere near
Oh,
the worst.
should I start
He's
with
not
my?
the
Should I
best.
start with one of my first hot take?
yes.
Because I had some.
please.
I actually wrote some down. But okay, so my first one is I think the Jazz will have a nightmare season where one of their stars misses time and the roster starts showing how old they are, and I think the team ends up as like a play-in victim. I think they lose like 2 games, like the Warriors did, where they lose
What
2
team?
games and miss the playoffs.
What
The
team?
Jazz.
I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna fall that far.
I don't think they're gonna fall far. They might have a little bit of struggle, but they're not gonna.
Also,
I-
by stars, do you mean
I mean,
just
like,
Gobert? Is Mitchell not a star?
I say
in
one
ours?
of the two. Mitchell is. That was
Okay.
completely Rudy Gobert. Because he's 7'2" and hasn't had a major injury in a while. I feel like it's about time. He's
We
due.
predicted injuries.
Sorry, Zion.
I kind of agree with that. I don't know about missing time. I just agree that they're going to fall off a little bit in terms of record because they weren't the 1 seed before. I was talking about this in the first episode we did when we went over the power rankings.
Yeah.
Or the projected power rankings. In the past, they haven't been a 1 seed. They just had a great season. They'll probably be a 3 seed again, or 3 or 4 like they were in the past.
I think
think
full
that's
nightmare,
realistic.
but yeah. So none of y'all think they're gonna have a nightmare season though? No,
Not nightmare.
I think they'll get worse. I don't think they're gonna be a play-in team.
Yeah,
per
That's
se.
fair.
Oh, you said play-in?
Yeah, I think they'll lose in the play-in games.
Okay, that
What? You just don't like Gobert. That's
No,
what it's
understandable.
no,
Valid, yeah.
understandable, but he's pretty cool.
I think they'll just get like in a terrible matchup. I think they could play the Clippers. I think
Why
they
don't you
legitimately
like it?
It's pronounced Gobert.
because he injured my favorite player.
Oh.
Cheap shot.
Who?
He injured Cat. He cheap shot him in the stomach and then he
Cat?
landed on his wrist.
He injured him to an
Right.
extent.
He also
Fuck
invented the
it
He
coronavirus.
cheap shot him in the stomach to stop a dunk.
Yeah, he brought the
Hey, that's good. defense.
coronavirus.
Best defender in the league.
Yeah,
The
defensive
NBA.
player of the year.
Within
He
5 feet of the
invented
basket,
it. He
obviously.
started.
Gobert brought.
I just had one, and now I can't remember. what it's gonna
I
be.
can go then.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Theo.
Oh, no,
I think the Pelicans will be the 8th seed. They'll be in the playoffs. Or they'll be in the play-in technically, but they'll make the playoffs according to the former regular season qualifications.
Do you think
I'm
they'll
fine
finish
with
there
that.
after the playing games?
I don't know. I'm not
Oh.
making play-in predictions until
Until
we
they
know
happen?
who's probably going to be in the play-in.
You
But
think they're a play-in
I
team,
think-
or you think they're the 8
I
seed?
think they're the 8th seed. Like I think they'll.
That
Yeah.
take is valid.
That's cool. I think
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with that.
I think they're a play out team, but yeah.
I hope they are a 8 seed or something.
I
They're
just
fun.
I think it's a hot take though because they haven't really shown that before.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. I think that if they don't make the playoff this year, I think that David Griffin probably gets fired.
I mean, at that point, they don't have any other options. You
Yeah,
gotta do something.
you got to do something.
All right. I don't know how much of a hot take this is. I may have brought it up before, but I think Trae Young is going to win MVP.
That's what I said. I literally had this.
Oh,
I
really?
said Atlanta shocks everyone and has the best record in the East. Trey has a 2018 Harden type year and wins MVP.
I think he will win MVP. That's like
You think
if
so?
I bet a couple of dollars on it,
I think
bet
Luka
Trae.
might get it this year.
I don't think the Mavs will be good enough.
Exactly.
That's what I said that last episode. I said that Luka's just not.
on a good
He
enough
won't
team.
get far enough to be able to.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about Luka a little
Yeah.
bit
To
be
later.
able
We've
to
got
validate.
something that's
I disagree with that.
If Trey won MVP, would people see him as better, like on the same level as Luka?
No.
Yeah, if
Is
he
he
wins an
not on the same
MVP,
level?
I don't know if people will, but they
if
should.
he wins an
They
MVP,
should,
he's
right?
on the same level as a guy who hasn't won an MVP.
Yes,
Max, say your question.
We don't think Trey's on the same level as Luka
Not
right
yet.
now.
I think
He's
it's very close,
If
and I
not,
think
he's there.
he's very close.
I was
And
about to say,
people
like-
overrate Luka a touch, and people underrate Trey. a
I think
touch.
Luka's well known as a top 10 player, and Trey isn't there quite yet. So I'd say he's a little bit below Luka.
I think
He's in like
we're
the
also
12.
kind of in an awkward stage where we're trying to figure out where young players fit with like older players.
Yeah.
Yes,
So like comparing, like saying that Trae Young is better than Russell Westbrook feels weird, but that's true
it's definitely
because
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook has been good for however long and won an MVP a couple years back, and so it feels weird to take him out of the conversation.
that's true.
But we're in like guys like Jason Tatum on the rise.
That's hard.
That is weird because, like, think about saying, like, I think last time we said Giannis is better than LeBron. That feels weird to say,
But it's probably
but
true
it's
at this point.
probably true right now.
After the season, yes.
Yeah, after the final one. yes.
Based on the way the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got some more, but does anybody else have one? that
I've got
wants to-
another one.
Go ahead.
Wait, did you remember yours?
I just said
Oh, you
it.
just said it. Okay. What was mine? Oh, mine was that the Celtics are going to be better than the Heat this year.
Agree.
I think it might be a bit of a hot take, but I actually really agree with
As
it.
a non-biased person to these teams, I would say.
I don't think the Heat care about the regular season.
I mean, a lot of people are just projecting them.
I don't think they signed Lowry to get better in the regular season either. I don't think that's his role. I think his role is going to be a playoff.
Playoff guy.
Which is
performer.
funny. If you said that in 2018, people would
Yeah.
laugh at you. But yes,
I think he brings that edge that you need in the playoffs. But I actually like that. I think the Celtics.
Have you seen the
Definitely
clip of
will be
him
better.
trying to go through someone's legs?
yes,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the guy looks so disgusted.
George
when he looks
Hill.
at things
George,
like,
it was George Hill.
He tried to go through his legs and he was freaking out.
I'd be freaking out too. Imagine someone tries to dribble.
No,
through
Lowry
you.
was freaking out because I think he fell. Like honestly, I don't think he meant
Maybe.
to.
No, I remember. I
He
know
definitely meant to go in between them. Under him.
Brian, I know you got something hot to say.
I do.
Go ahead.
This is definitely gonna be very hot. Pause. And it's kind of a different kind of NBA take, but as much as I don't want to overreact from summer league, I think Cam Thomas, but in 5 to 10 years, is going to be known as a top 3 player from this class.
From this class?
Oh.
Cam
Who?
Thomas.
That's such a long time frame. I know-
Okay.
I don't think
Five-
that's that
five-
bad of a take.
five-
If we're doing a hot take segment, I think that's a
5
very
years,
reasonable-
I'll say he's a top 3, top 5.
I don't know who that is.
Okay,
I'm looking
I
up.
think he can be like a Lou Williams guy that just scores very well, but that doesn't get you in the top 3 of the class. So I'm going to say
That's
It
not
depends on
true.
the class.
I mean,
this
yeah.
class seems like it'll be good enough to have 3 guys better than Lou.
You say that
Lou
now.
Williams.
Remember when we thought Kevin Knox was going to be good after
But I don't
something?
think it has enough guys that I would completely rule out Cam Thomas from being a top 5.
Yeah, but if
top
you have to
3 player from
choose,
the
if you have to
draft.
choose agree or disagree, I'm choosing disagree.
I mean,
Is
Lou
this Cam
Williams is
Thomas?
probably top
I think
5
that's
from,
kind
of-
from 2006.
He's on the
I can't
Nets?
name anybody else
Yeah.
from 2006.
Did he get signed?
I think
He
it was
got drafted
Al
this
Horford.
year.
That was Al Horford's draft.
I like that.
Has he got
I don't know if
mean,
it'll necessarily happen,
it's-
but I like the.
It's a hot take.
I like where
But
you're
I think it's crazy, but it's possible. I know.
I believe
that's
that too.
I think he can go up and at like in a few years once the Nets he actually gets an opportunity on a less loaded Nets team, or even changes teams.
Yeah.
Like I think like with the Nets he can get coached really well. That's kind of what I'm saying. You know, he's already playing really well, and I think he can learn from Kyrie, Harden, Durant because that's his main thing. He just needs to get disciplined, part in his game, and I think if he does that, he can. As crazy as this may sound, I think he can be a low 20 scorer.
Okay. Do you think so?
I mean,
I'm
low
not gonna-
low 20s, like high teens.
I'm not gonna rule it
People-
out.
I think people underrate his scoring ability. I think he fell a little bit further than he should have.
How old is he?
He's like 19.
he's four.
I think we talked about it before. I think he's
Yeah.
only like 19.
he was
20.
he was a freshman or sophomore.
Tech, right?
LSU.
LSU. He went to Tech.
You thought since they talked about
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
Tech.
I thought he was gonna have.
Yeah,
it
no,
all.
he's what? About to be 20.
Yeah,
Okay,
he-
that's
he-
fair.
So that's where I'll be when I'm 20.
All right. I've got a really hot one here.
We got
Okay. Listen to this one. So I think here's my next one: is that LaMelo and Ant both become all-stars this year while leading their teams to the playoffs.
Ant's not becoming an all-star in the West.
No, he's
And it's not making the playoffs.
LaMelo, I could see because he's got like House of LaMelo and ESPN and all that. I think the Hornets will also be. Where will they be? They'll be a play-in team, maybe a little bit higher.
Maybe a little higher than the Wizards.
So I think LaMelo will get more credit for like a winning team, even though I think the media does kind of overrate him a little bit at
Yeah.
least.
Well, here's what my hypothetical is. Say in this case, I'd say LaMelo probably averages like 22, 7, and 7, right? And if Ant averaged like 25 or 26, it's like 25, 26, 5, and 4. Is that good enough in the West to be an all-star?
25, 6, and 4.
No, 5 and 4. 25.
Oh, sorry,
5
not one
and 4.
assist.
25, 5, and 4 for
That's
Anthony
good
Edwards.
enough to be an all-star.
But is Anthony Edwards going to hit that?
After the All-Star break, he averaged 23, 5, and 4.
I have a
Sorry,
feeling-
I'm really thrown off by the lights.
The lighting,
no.
flashing.
The
I
lighting
thought the
sense.
invasion was happening.
Jonah, I have a flaming hot take.
Okay,
Okay, wait,
so are
hold
we?
Hold on, let's finish this.
We gotta
Is that completely out of the realm of possibility?
Now, well,
I mean,
see,
no,
my
but-
one problem with that is the Timberwolves making the playoffs.
That's
Should I say play in?
Yeah,
That's okay.
that's
Then
more
I
reasonable.
can accept
I'll
it.
take it. Let's go.
But you say Anthony Edwards leading the Timberwolves to the Western Conference playoffs?
Playoffs? We talking about
Playoffs?
playoffs?
I don't know. I don't as much as mine was a really hot take. That's might be too hot for me.
I think we said this last episode, but there are too many good guards in the West to be like,
Yeah.
well, Anthony Edwards, if he puts up these kind of crazy
They're gonna
numbers.
have like 5 or 6. They're gonna be like 7 or 8.
All right,
Because there's
Mitchell,
not.
Booker, Paul.
Paul might not be as good.
I think he'll be okay.
Curry.
Dame,
Lillard.
Luka, Curry.
Clay Thompson, even maybe.
Clay, no, he's
He
gonna
won't
be
be
out
back
so
in
long.
time.
Oh, I forgot.
What is
Yeah, we
that?
have
I mean,
that
That's-
segment.
it's probably
Six.
Swipa.
Fox, I
Over-
would say
it-
Shea is better than Ant.
It doesn't
Don't do
mean,
this.
the
Shea
record.
is better
No,
than
I'm
Ant.
just gonna say the record. Like the Thunder might not be good
Oh.
enough yet.
Okay.
Which one of you did that?
What?
Oh, I don't know if y'all can see it in the window.
Oh,
I
someone
see
drew
now.
someone drew some genitalia.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that
Wait,
was any
what?
of us.
No, I actually used my print. So I put it
Okay.
Anyway.
What? No, you've been
Control
something
V.
different this episode. No, this
Yeah, but we just
episode
trying to spice it
you
up.
really-
I mean, we don't have a whole lot of detail,
Basketball.
a whole lot of basketball, stuff to keep them interested.
Well, I
so we
think-
just have
well,
Max here.
I
Yeah,
think they
my
need a real
parents
life image of
Yeah,
what it
we're
looks
good.
like. So.
I apologize.
Right,
Apologies.
No, I'm about to take my pants off.
Okay, so
White flight.
does anybody else have any more
I
hot
have
takes?
one
Yes.
super hot take. Lonzo Ball is better than Jason Tatum.
Well, what?
Okay, on to the next one.
All
right, moving on.
It is.
Do you actually believe that, or are you just saying that? for
I'm a
the sake of
Celtics fan,
What?
and I think Lonzo's better.
You just left everyone speechless.
All right, I've got one.
Sammy's
Okay,
got
that's
the-
I
one.
never
Moving on.
said why not. Y'all
Sammy's got
always
the
said why
Tatum
not.
is a better
flabbergasted.
scorer.
Better
Tatum is a
wing
good
defender.
Have
defender.
you
Who's
seen
defending?
Lonzo's documentary?
Okay.
Theo, go.
I've got
Have you
one.
seen Ball in the Family?
I don't necessarily 100% agree, but I think this is a possibility.
Mhm.
The Nuggets get the 1 seed.
Well,
It could happen. I don't think it'll happen, but it could.
I don't really like Jokic.
I love Jokic.
I have my own separate reason not like Jokic, but no, I don't know. I don't see that. Do they really beat out Lakers, Jazz? I mean, yeah, I know they probably will beat out Jazz, but like just naming off teams, Jazz, Suns.
It didn't seem to affect them much last year after Jamal Murray's injury in the regular
That's
season.
true.
In the regular season, they were still pretty much the same for the short amount of time that we saw them play.
Oh wait.
Did they improve at all in the offseason?
By the way, congrats to Aaron Gordon on securing that bag again. Okay. Well,
Alright.
we'll wrap this up.
do we just want to end the episode here?
Sure.
Is there anything
I don't
else
mind.
anybody like really
No.
wants to say?
I think we're
I
fine.
want to say that Sammy, everyone, give Sammy a big smile and thumbs up. And
Yes,
if
of
you have
course.
any kind of appreciation for Sammy's life, you'll like the video. Sammy's getting surgery tomorrow for his chest.
Friday.
Friday. But he's
This
gonna be
will
out of
this
will
may,
go up on
this may not come out before Friday.
I'll be on
Sometime in the
future
range of
episodes.
you seeing this, Sammy will be about to go into surgery, or he will have already been operated on.
So if you don't like and
Or I'm
subscribe,
in
you hate
surgery.
Sammy.
Yes.
I could take a vlog camera. And
Sammy,
vlog
look,
my-
Sammy,
Vlog
look at the
my
cam-
rib surgery.
Look at the camera and say like and subscribe to help save me. Like say it.
No. I'm not begging. for
Okay,
it.
well,
I'll say it for you. Like and subscribe for this boy right here.
Can we get a
Last time.
save Sammy movement going? please?
Save
It's his last
Sammy.
hurrah.
Hashtag save
It
Sammy
is.
in the Instagram.
Good
okay?
alliteration, Max.
Thank you.
He'll be out for the season, and we'll kind of tank this for the next couple episodes, and
No, I'll be able to do episodes.
we'll get a new
Within-
draft. We'll get a draft.
I'll probably need 2 to 3 weeks, and I'll be back.
We'll call you from the hospital.
Yep.
We'll bring you in.
After
Like
the
a video-
surgery.
Zoom call. And
Yeah.
I'll be in surgery. Yeah, I'm not going to sleep for that.
Also, watch out on the socials. After the surgery, we might have our first segment of Dr. Max.
Whoa! Hey!
Whoa,
no spoilers!
yeah,
No
whoa.
spoilers.
we might just have a segment.
We have a
We
couple
have
new
a-
segments coming up, and stay tuned for IRL stuff.
Yeah, we gotta start.
We got stuff on the
I should
Right.
have
horizon.
recorded my
I-
game against Nonchalant, dude.
Nonchalant.
I have to say, I went off.
All right, is that everything?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Make
All right.
sure you guys do like, follow, subscribe,
Promote.
whatever.
To save
Yes.
Sammy's life.
Repost,
Yep.
comment,
Pray for Sammy.
anything that is good and helps us out on YouTube, Instagram. We'll hopefully get Twitter going soon. We'll see about TikTok. You can yell at Noah for that.
At him.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. So thank y'all for listening. We'll be back hopefully next week, sometime soon though.
As
All
long as
right.
we have.
See you later.
Adios.